First, you're going to cut 4 squares out of your cardboard. One at 4 inches squared, one at 4.5 inches squared, 5 inches squared, and 5.5 inches squared. Then you're going to need 20 of these little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch squares. I just did one long strip at 12 inches by 1/2 inch, and that'll give you 24, so that should be plenty. And then go ahead and take your scissors or your X-Acto knife and cut all of your squares out. Next, you're going to draw a 1/2 inch border around all of your squares except for the smallest 4 inch square. This border is going to act as a guide for the spacers, so they're pushed in a little bit from the edges. Next, take a spacer and put a dot of glue on it, and then line it up on the inside edge of your border. And then do this with 3 more spacers, so you have 4 spacers on the inside corner of each. Then put a dot of glue on the top of each spacer and attach the next smallest size square on top of that. This square, you're just doing your best to eyeball it and make sure that it is centered. Just try to line up all the edges so they're parallel to each other. And then repeat this for the last 2 squares. When you're finished, all 4 squares should line up symmetrical with each other from largest to smallest. When the glue dries, you should have something that looks like this, a little laminated piece with spacers in between. The spacers should not be at the exact edges, they should be tucked in a little bit. So now you should have all 4 of these pieces so far.